There it goes.
Hello.
I'm used to Facebook. Hello, guys,
Hello,
and
guys.
welcome, welcome. Um, oh gosh. Okay, welcome to Laws of Enchantress. Welcome to Hashes but Economics. Happy
Just
New.
but
Okay, you do Hashes but
yeah, yeah.
Happy
I
New Year.
remember. I remember.
Aw, Happy New Year's from the Comers.
Happy New
Merry
Year, guys.
Christmas, Happy Holidays, Kwanzaa, all these things. He doesn't like when I say Happy Holidays because you don't have that phrase in England. Because everybody just says Merry Christmas. But I said we come from America. We say Happy Holidays.
Diluted.
Yeah,
Sorry.
okay.
Stop.
So welcome, guys, and thank you guys for your patience. I actually went through my YouTube tonight, and we had so much comments. I could not believe how many comments. So before we even get started, guys, if you sign up for the Laws of Enchantress program, which is on Facebook, please message me on Facebook. I rarely check my YouTube comments. I've been so busy, but I promise to do as much as I can to check my YouTube comments. But if you pay for the program, it's $199. It's a step-by-step course. And it's a traditionalist course that teaches you self-love, self-respect, and it also has a heavy emphasis on traditional courtship. To date, we have over 36 Black women married. I get news every day that somebody took my program and got married. And it's really a great program because it's not a scam, it's not a gimmick. It's not about marrying a billionaire, a millionaire. It's not only that crap. It's about, how you as a Black woman could find love. And I have clients that marry Black men, white men, colorful men, all kinds, Black love, all types of love. I don't really care, who you have as that physical persona. All I care is that he embodies what we believe in Laws of Enchantress will make a healthy, happy, positive relationship and a healthy, happy environment.
Amen.
So I want to talk about submission. That seems to be the toxic word of the week. Submission, I think, is probably the most misunderstood word ever. And I think a lot of women have every single right to want to vomit when they hear the word submission. Submission is only for certain men who submit to a higher power, who submit to God. Not to talk about Christianity too much, but I hate when people talk about submission and don't talk about faith and religion and the man's obligation to you first. God is not an idiot. God is supposed to be God. What? Wait, froze there. God is supposed to be an all-seeing, all-being Alpha and Omega. So He's not going to tell you to submit to violence and submit to mistreating and submit to a bad man. The whole purpose of submission is a natural order. There's God, there's a husband, there's a wife, and that it's not that there's nobody that's better than the other. Okay, it's not that there's anybody that's better than the other. It's just that, everybody has an important role. And I think in the, Black community, and I'm Black, hello, that's something that we don't understand. And we always look to blame the woman, blame the guy. But just to talk about the natural order. So here's my wonderful husband. Our anniversary is coming up February 11th.
Amen.
2021 will be our first 1 year anniversary. And I am Roman Catholic Christian. He is don't tell me, evangelist Christian,
Evangelical. Pentecostal.
evangelical.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying evangelical.
Yeah.
So we're both Christian and we both share that passion for traditionalism. The reason why the Laws of Enchantress program has gotten over 35, 36, because I just got one more, 36 Black women married in less than 3 years is because we use facts. I'm a research-based coach. I'm a certified life coach. I'm a certified Law of Attraction master practitioner. And I really use research and science. I work with other relationship experts and matchmakers. Thank you, Miss Taylor. I work
Thank
with
you.
other relationships and matchmakers who are focused on healthy marriages. I don't believe in the hyper scammy, the hypergamy crap. I don't believe in the toxic level up groups that are teaching you that you don't need to have mentally well adjusted relationships. You don't need to have healthy relationships. I don't believe in dating in anger or scamming. I think Black women need real, healthy, science, fact-based research. A lot of Black women, we are vulnerable. We are vulnerable to bad information. We have low self-esteem. We have a lot of challenges. And a lot of Black women who do coach Black women can't even say, I love Black women. I adore black women. You know, I admire sisterhood. There's a lot of black women who don't even acknowledge sisterhood and they don't believe in sisterhood. And I'm here to tell you sisterhood is absolutely real. When I got married, women I didn't even meet. When we got married, women we
Yeah.
didn't even meet flew all across the world to come to our wedding. We got married in Norwich Castle and we had a reception in Broome Country Hotel, okay,
Yeah.
right here in Norwich or no.
Same Tony.
Okay, okay, same area. And
Yeah, roughly.
yeah, and these women came from all over the world. The furthest was Hawaii, just to come and support me on my special day. So sisterhood is real. We tend to hyper focus on negativity, and I see it a lot in the black culture. Like even coaches that claim to be self-love, self-healing, they don't really know how to engage you or, you know, attract you unless they're not constantly talking about negativity, constantly talking about gossip, constantly talking about dragging in tea and triggering the hell out of you. And at first it's engaging and it's intoxicating, but it's not healthy for you. Your life is not going to get better. You're not going to get healed. You're not going to get whole. You're not going to raise your self-esteem. You're not going to have self-confidence. And I think it's time for black women to have healthy research, science-based coaching. I work with about 17 therapists through my clients because a lot of my clients get official therapy with licensed therapists. So that's really telling when therapists are able to talk to me and we can write action
Yeah.
plans together, goal plans together. There's a lot of coaches on here that would run away from a licensed therapist because they tell you, thank you, Empress. Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you very much.
There's a lot of coaches on here that don't even show their face and spit pure venom. That's all they think you're good for, ladies. For 2021, especially after a year like 2020, when so many people died and, you know, not to get sappy, but it was very traumatizing for a lot of people, very traumatizing. And I can't believe they're still giving black women the same tacky, trashy advice just to be focused on this, just to be focused on that. You know, I can't believe people are still encouraging you to sugar during the most toxic, the most contagious pandemic we've ever seen. Hey, how you doing,
Hey,
darling?
Dave.
You know, it's amazing to me that people are still giving you this cartoonish, immature, toxic advice and telling you marriage is a fairy tale, telling you marriage is a scam or I'm a scam. Let me tell you something. I'm married. You guys see me do everything in front of your face. And I've had over 35 black women married, take the program, and they're good, they're healthy, they're happy. Because I did the work. My face is like, my eyes watering. I did the work. Can you give me tissue?
Tissue.
Yeah.
Okay.
My eyes is sensitive. I did the work. I did the research and I went and, you know, spoke to people that I knew can help black women. So it's really important for you guys to stay focused and stay positive and stay fact-based. I can't tell you enough. There's a lot of people here on social media who don't care about you. They have 100,000 followers, 1 million followers, a gazillion. All they care about is triggering you with the same toxic information. All they care about is getting hits on YouTube so they can make money. I'm not knocking anybody's hustle, but they really come on with solutions for you. They really come on with peace and tranquility and harmony for you. They just come on to antagonize you. And I don't care who it is, but whatever you focus on is what you're going to get. Everybody has highs and lows, but you have negative black women who are pretending to be happy. A lot of people message me. Thank you, sweetheart. A lot of people messaged me and said, "Where have you been? You've been missing from YouTube." I've been happily married. Hey, Tabitha. I've been happily married. I have a handsome husband who is taking care of me. I'm a traditional housewife. I'm learning to be a housewife. I'm learning. How am I doing?
You're doing very well, darling.
What do you mean very well?
Very well.
But you could say perfect.
Beyond measurable here. So
But you know, so I'm busy and I'm in love and I'm happy and we're happy. So I see things through different eyes. I know when there's some women telling you they're happy. Now me as a married woman, I can just tell right away, happy women do happy things. I don't care how thin she is. I don't care how light skin, dark skin. I don't care if she's wearing Versace, Moschino. There's a certain energy a happily married woman and a man gives off. And you have to listen. If you're constantly talking about negativity, it's because you got negativity in your life. If you struggle to attach a positivity, it's because you got a lack of positivity in your life. So we want to talk about the submission because a lot of
Okay.
girls, submission is healthy in a healthy relationship. It's a natural order. But before I go into that, I want to talk about the fact that, hold on to your horses, every woman submits, whether you know it or not. We talked about this before. My husband
Yeah.
likes it. There's something called positive submission and there's something called negative submission. As a woman, your entire sacred nature as a divine feminine is to receive. Your entire essence as God, the universe, Yoruba, whatever you believe in, Muslim, Jewish, I don't know, but whatever you believe in, you're created to take in and receive. That is your biological function. They're trying to get rid of that, but that's the truth. So as a woman, your power and your vulnerability is in receiving. That's what you do. And a lot of us, if you don't know that and be proactive at that, so you can be selective and pick the right type of submission, you can make a bad mistake. Like for instance, negative submission is being with a man for 4 or 5 years and not getting married when you want to. Negative submission is going 50-50, but he's still wasting his money. He's not investing in the household. Negative submission is having 2, 3 kids out of wedlock and not getting his last name, but giving his kids the last name. Negative submission is spending $500-600 and a nice weave and a nice wig to go on a date, and you take it to a place that has coloring books and crayons. That's negative submission. Okay? So the women that scream the loudest, I ain't submitting. You're having sex on the first date, negative submission. You're having sex without a title, negative submission. You're having sex and you can't even call the guy to repair a tire if you get a flat on the road. I'm actually telling you things that happened to me. One of my good friends, she was with her boyfriend and they work at the same place and her tire got a flat and he actually left her in the middle of the highway with no money. And she had to call AAA and she didn't have enough money and she called me and I said, what are you doing? You got a boyfriend? He left? How did he leave? You're in the highway. He called an Uber to come and pick him up and take him to work and left my friend who was barely 5 feet tall to
Yeah.
stay by herself. That's negative submission. So as a woman, your journey, your mission is to submit. And if you try to avoid that, you're not going to be proactive so you can make the best choices. Every woman here say, I don't submit. If you are not happy in your relationship and you're staying in it, negative submission. I'll say it again. If you are not happy in your relationship and you're staying in it, negative submission. If you're being verbally abused, emotionally abused, any type of trauma, and you have not created boundaries, negative submission. You are always taking in things as a woman. That's why people think we're crazy and women are so emotional. But our emotions are meant to nurture the next generation. Our emotions are meant to care. The reason why we're emotional, we're meant to raise children, raise family, run households. And our mental wellness becomes a mental wellness of the family. That's why they say happy wife, happy life. It doesn't mean the husband's miserable and the husband's upset and you're spitting on him and you're even this book that my husband bought. My husband is amazing. Before he met me, he invested in these 2 books. This one's called The 5 Love Languages for Men, and this is The 5 Love Languages for Women. But the men one that's written,
That's not that's a general one.
yeah,
That's,
the general one. You know what I
yeah.
mean? This
Yeah.
is a general one. Thank you, sweetheart.
Yeah.
But this is the one specifically written for
Yeah.
men, which a lot of people aren't familiar with. So it says right here on the back, okay, over 6 million copies sold. Are you happy? Only if your wife is. You know the sign of a happy marriage. She smiles when she sees you. She looks forward to see you look forward to seeing her. You're satisfied with your sex life. You respect and trust each other. But is that your marriage? It can be. Okay? So
Yeah.
there's a lot of people who think it's happy together. Your wife is the mecca of emotional intelligence. in the home. She is the powerhouse of emotion. It's her job to be a nurturer. It's her job to be a healer. Yeah, he was, isn't my husband amazing? Like I was like, oh my gosh, he's the best husband. So but it's her job to be a nurturer. Yeah, they have, this is the general one which mostly women read. That's why it's purple. But men or women can read this one. This one's made specifically for men, okay? For men. And he is amazing. Like he's the guy that wrote the book is amazing. But a woman's job is to be a nurturer, a healer, an inspiration, a soother, somebody that is invigorating. And a lot of men that haven't been raised in the traditional household don't know the value of having that energy in the home. They think it's bull crap. They're so interested in her working and providing like a man, acting like a man. And then she has that issue. So I want to ask my husband,
Yes, darling.
oh, I'm so in love still. But I want to ask my husband, why do you think submission, sweetheart, gets a bad rap? Why do you think it gets a bad rap?
It gets a bad rep for a lot of, I think it's a, it gets, because the whole sort of equality sort of thing is gone sort of, the for men and women sort of,
The third wave feminist?
I think we're not even involved in it.
You're a fifth wave?
I don't know.
17th wave?
I don't know. I used to know when they wished to start it, but but you generally what I'm trying to get at here, and I think that even sort of concluded into the micronisms of society, i.e., marriage, where the women, are also sort of being told that submission is submission equals being a subservient or needing so and subpar. It's in terms of I think that would be the right word. You know what I'm trying to say when I mean that anyway. It's you're less important. It's not all the grandeur that it's supposed to be. And it's basically it's become a dirty word because the secular societies has decided it's tarnished it, and it's basically taught a lot of women that being a submissive even in a biblical sense is immoral and wrong, and women should be equal. They should be 50-50 on things, and it just doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work. It doesn't, because I mean, I totally understand. I can hear my sisters already saying, I ain't submitting, you are. If you're having sex and you're not in a committed relationship, if you're dating and you don't, you're going on a tacky date.
What do they mean though when they say I'm not submitting? What does
Well,
submission mean
because
to them?
women are naturally wired to submit to the alpha masculine male.
Yeah.
They're naturally wired to submit to a provider.
Yeah.
The problem is women are like, why should I submit to what?
Yeah.
Because the word sub means under. The rest is mission. What if a guy has a mission and he has authority and he has leadership? I don't think most women would have a problem doing it. But it says submit to what? I'm doing 50-50. Submit to what?
Yeah.
I pay half the bills. Submit to what?
Yeah.
I don't feel feminine besides my physical body parts. Submit to what? Like there's literally they're doing the same roles back to back. So I totally understand the rejection of it because if you're not doing traditional gender roles, because we teach this in the Laws of Enchantress step-by-step program, and there's actual verifiable science, consistent science that backs up that these types of marriages are going to last long. So when I talk about submission, when I talk about, sorry, honey, you see, I'm just trying to talk and the texting is a little distracting for me. When I talk about submission, a lot of women get upset, a lot of feminists get upset, but every woman submits. Every woman do. The man pursues you. You give him his number. You give the number. That's positive submission. The guy courts you. He woos you. He gets down on one knee. You say yes to his proposal. That's positive submission. Your guy starts wooing you, taking you out for dinner. You have a romantic night. You guys end up, being intimate. That's positive submission. A woman is always receiving. You are a sacred receiver. And a lot of coaches are telling you the wrong thing. That's why people are making a lot of money over dysfunction, because your role is always to receive. That's why you're always looking to transcribe his text messages. You're trying to receive, does he like you? You're always trying to figure out, what did he really mean? Because you're trying to receive, is this serious? You're always trying to figure out where the relationship is going, because you're trying to receive commitment. You are a sacred receiver. And because we live in an extreme feminist society that says there's no gender, there is no sex, there is no nothing, everything is bland, you guys are losing, men and women are losing what a healthy foundation is. And when you look at the statistics, it's religious people, not the church of 4 chicken wings and pork fried rice, but the really structured denominations that are having prosperous, when I say prosperous, they're financially stable, their index for happiness is very high, the men are healthier, the women are healthier, because they have gender roles and they respect one another, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. It's all good.
So what's the other thing? I talk about negative submission, and there's another thing I want to talk about, but I can't remember. I was about to write it down, but I can't remember. But I know it was attached to negative submission, because when I talk about traditionalism, these are the things that are triggering for Black women, and I totally get it. If you've never been in a relationship where you had traditional gender roles, if you never even thought about being a traditional housewife, if you've never had a guy court you specifically for marriage, and you don't even know what courtship means, I have women asking me, what's the difference between courtship and dating? And I'm like, it's a big difference. Do you want to tell the difference, honey, between courtship and modern dating? Because you courted me for marriage.
Well, courtship is basically the intention. You basically know what the intention of this thing is. And it's basically is pursuit for marriage. So, you're basically sort of, you're going out, you're meeting each other, and you've both got it in clear that you like to get married vividly. And oh, why are you shaking, darling?
I finally remembered. I want to write it down. I need a
Okay,
pen.
so yeah, dating is kind of like, it's much more loose. It's like, it's kind of like, uh, see how this goes, or it's not very specific.
It's not specific.
It's not really sort of a goal in mind out of this. You just want to go on a date and just see how, you see how the other person is, and with a courtship, the intention is to pursue for marriage. So
You got a pen on you?
no, I haven't got a pen on me.
Okay. Cause yeah. So courtship, like my wonderful husband was saying, courtship is specific.
Yeah.
Okay. It has nothing to do with Sex and the City, Netflix and chill, pum pum, mommy. It got nothing to do with that. Traditional courtship is specific, and it is there. Men are still doing it, not as many, but that's why the Laws of Enchantress program has gotten so many Black women married, because I did the research. I have over 5 years experience working in the bridal industry as an HR, as a trainer, as a management executive. I used to get all the data. I used to run the Great Bridal Expo, and I used to see tons of data that you will never see access to. So I see the demographics, and I was able to apply that. And also, being a law of attraction master practitioner, your mind is one of the most powerful things in the world. And the other thing I want to talk about, and I want to hear my husband, I'm going to see what my husband's going to say. I might earn a glass of Prosecco after this. Just giving you hints. But
Carry on.
while you look like that, it's a glass of Prosecco.
We ain't got any glass of Prosecco here, I don't think.
It's in the fridge.
Oh, okay. Maybe you did save some.
I saved some just for this. But I don't like when coaches, I don't care if they got 1 million followers, share this video, press like, subscribe to this channel, because what I'm about to say is so life-changing. The biggest lie that's being funneled to Black women, and this all women, white, all women, but specifically Black women, is that you have masculine energy and you got feminine energy. You are biologically, and sometimes of the month, unfortunately, a woman. Okay? There's no such thing as a masculine woman. Whenever you see a woman acting aggressive, she's overcompensating for a lack of a healthy masculine. Just like the term toxic masculinity. I'm laughing because more than ever, men are absent from the home. More than ever, you're having broken families. More than ever, you're having more single moms. If toxic masculinity was real, then the absence of fathers should make the children healthier. The absence, if men are toxic on any realm, if there's an absence of fathers, period, the children
Yeah.
should be better. Every scientific study shows the absence of a father is devastating to a child. You can be successful, you can grow up, it's not a death sentence, but there is no scientific, psychological, psychiatrist, behavioral studies that tells you having no healthy father figure is good. That's a lie. So you have this extremism that's telling you you got masculine energy. You don't have masculine. You have the absence of healthy masculine, which causes the healthy female to become corrupt, and she starts to overreact. She starts to overcompensate because she's insecure. She has low self-esteem. She's scared. She may have been abused or a victim of some type of trauma, whether it's sexual or physical. So I get kind of upset when I hear black women saying masculine energy. Oh, she's really masculine. Hey,
Yeah.
Adrian. Oh, she's really masculine. How do you expect a black woman to act, or any woman in general, that has to fend for herself, or she doesn't feel safe, or she doesn't feel protected, or she can't rest in her feminine and be a homemaker, be a housewife? She's the mom, she's the dad, she's the cook, she's the chef, she's the sheriff, she's doing everything. If you take any woman, I don't care how tough she is, and put her in the presence of a real masculine man, she's going to melt. Studies have shown you're biologically wired to react to that. For instance, do you know Eve, the rapper?
No.
No? Okay. British. But
No.
Eve was a very popular rapper. Still a popular rapper, but she doesn't rap anymore. And she was stripping since she was 14. She grew up on the streets of Philadelphia. And
Actually, I think I
she
do.
was in DMX, the Rough Riders.
Yeah.
She's really pretty, and she always
Yeah.
had short blonde hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she talked about how she could never relax. She was always in a rough. And she actually married a British guy,
Yeah. I
the
do
British
know, yeah.
billionaire guy.
Yeah, I do
And
know. Yeah.
if you look at Eve now, okay, if you look at Eve now, she looks nothing like she did before. She's reacting to feeling safe, secure, and stable. Now she's soft, she's feminine. Did she have masculine energy? No. She had corrupted female energy. She had wounded feminine energy, which causes you to overcompensate. It's kind of like if you get a dog and the dog gets wounded.
Yeah.
Who's more vicious than a wounded animal?
Yeah.
They're like, rah, 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 because they're injured,
Yeah.
and they're trying to overcompensate. Does it make any sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like Ciara, even though Ciara, do you know Ciara Russell Wilson?
Yes, I do.
Okay, have to ask my husband. Did he know all these American people? But even Ciara, if you look at Ciara, do you know Future?
Yeah.
Okay, fan of Future?
Yeah.
No.
I don't. I know who he is. I don't really know much about him. But
Okay, but are you familiar with his persona?
Yeah.
Do you think him and Russell Wilson are different,
Yeah.
like night and day?
Yeah.
No, okay, so have you seen pictures of Ciara with Future?
No.
You've never seen pictures of Ciara
No.
with Future?
No. Not
Oh.
to my knowledge. I probably have, but it's not that I can remember.
No, Tabitha. I haven't encountered that before, Tabitha. But so if just for fun, I'll do it with my husband. Like, let's see if I can do it now. Just for fun, if you look at pictures of Ciara when she was dating Future, I have my laptop here trying to turn it on, and you look at pictures of Ciara with Russell Wilson, she was the same size. She didn't lose any weight. I always thought Ciara was slim, pretty, very model-esque. She always had great hair, great sex appeal. But there's a special warmth emanating from Ciara that is sacred, spiritual, magical, that she did not have with Future. And you can see that she is comfortable and resting, and she's a submissive wife. She's a Christian wife. But why the big shock? You know, I'm not. That'll be. It depends. It depends. That's a loaded question. Why does it say no internet connection again? So
Just logged off.
I want to show my husband Sierra and Future. So I'm just gonna do random Sierra and Future pictures, and I want to ask my husband. Just take a look at her with this Future. Oh, look at
Yeah.
that. Just look at her face. Like, just take a look at her face with Future.
Yeah.
Okay? All right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, she looks, like, she doesn't look bad, but does she look really happy?
No, she's not radiating.
She's not radiating. Like, she's a beautiful girl. So let's do Ciara. And my husband has never seen them together. And Russell Wilson. And I'm not going to lead you, but I just want you to look for yourself. What do you notice?
She's smiling a lot more in the pictures, yeah. And she's looking at him, there's much more intimate affection, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, kissing, cuddling. Yeah, she's always looking at him, smiling. Yeah, she loves him. Yeah, very dearly. She looks very happy.
So that's what I mean. Like, some people can say, oh, masculine, feminine. A woman can only be as feminine as the healthy masculine she receives. So anybody teaching you to be super feminine, super soft, it's going to be superficial femininity. That's going to be shallow because it has to permeate through your spirit and your soul. I'm not saying not to wear makeup. I'm not saying not to lose weight. I'm not saying not to get the weave or do whatever you want. But that is not the true essence of feminine. True essence of feminine is fulfilling yourself, healing yourself, as a woman feeling safe, as a woman feeling secure. This is the environment you thrive in. So it's not just for the man. It's you. You're thriving. This is how you thrive. Because I could just look at these pictures like it looks like two different people. Like, look at these pictures. Like, there's no pictures like this with her and Future.
No,
Like,
she's very happy, isn't
she,
she?
yeah, and this is my husband who's not, a media person. He's more conservative and he doesn't pay attention to all this stuff. So I'm glad I was
Yeah.
able to show this to you. So that's what I mean.
Yeah.
When people say you got masculine energy, yeah, you're living in the hood, you're worried for your life, or you're in an abusive relationship, or you're
Yeah.
50-50, you're working like a man, you're providing like a man, you're acting like a man. Yeah, you're gonna overcompensate. Is it masculine energy? No, it's actually you not being able to be feminine. And I actually
Yeah.
had a client that was shocked when I told her this. She said, "Oh my gosh, like I thought I was not, into men." She was like, "I thought I was just a lot of women getting damaged by this toxic information." Because I said to her, "Have you ever felt safe? Have you ever felt calm? Have you ever felt confident? Have you ever felt secure?" Well, I just thought I had too much masculine energy. And I was like, "No, you're a wounded feminine. You had positive masculine energy? Have you had healthy
Yeah.
masculine energy?" And that's what feminists is doing. They're saying masculinity is bad. Neutrality is good. So what do you think about my assessment?
I think it's a great assessment.
It
you know,
is?
it's a very good very general good sort of rule of thumb. Maybe the odd exception, even identifies it.
I
It
knew
talks-
you were gonna say that.
But genuinely speaking, it's we're just being real here. It's people are going to say that. But yeah, I agree. I've met a lot of I've certainly met women myself that they are very. And I actually think it. A lot of it actually. I hope she's not watching this, but it's she won't.
Don't
But
be talking up. This is YouTube. Don't be
no,
talking about.
no, it's fine. But your hairdresser that I take you to, and we were talking about a certain lady that became,
Okay.
bad for the other team.
Oh, you talking about that? Okay.
Now I know. I don't know all the ins and outs of her, but I kind of gathered that she was very. To me, she came across as very snappy, and I felt she was very aggressive. I know she was shorter temper with men than she did with other women, and I kind of felt that when And I knew that she's already been divorced, that she was left as a single mum, and the husband, she immigrated from Zimbabwe to the UK, married an Englishman, white man, and he left her with her child, and he left to the United States. And I always, some of the guys around, were like, she's very aggressive. She's very sort of, she snaps at the slightest of thing, and we all knew that, we kind of gathered that she was hurt, and it actually,
Yeah, can I just interrupt you for 1 second?
yeah.
Do you think a safe and secure woman acts like that?
No, I don't. No. Generally speaking, when I got told the news that she turned out to be lesbian, and I thought, well, I kind of felt that's not quite surprising after all. I know it's because I could tell the way she was around men. It was not like,
But it's just,
yeah,
and I have nothing against, I
yeah,
have gay friends. I've
yeah,
been
nothing against
featured.
her, but
I've been the
yeah,
best woman in a gay wedding.
yeah,
I am not a bigot. I do believe in traditional marriage and traditional this and traditional that. I don't want nobody to be chased with pitchforks and
yeah,
fires and stuff. But the fact is, your environment does
yeah.
affect you. Scientists have said this. Social
Agree.
behavioralists are being yelled at and shouted down. If you let a girl grow up in a household where she doesn't feel beautiful, she doesn't feel safe, she doesn't love herself, and that's just women. We talk about a black woman, you have to deal with colorism. You got my ebony rich sisters who are said to be masculine just because they have deeper skin tones. You got black women who don't have Eurocentric features and they're being told they're unattractive. Remember the beautiful girl I was coaching? And she said she had to take a year off to get plastic surgery. And I
Yeah.
said, you know what? I asked her, can I show my husband,
Mm-hmm.
hey, Nefertiti,
Yeah.
how you doing?
Hello.
I said to my husband that
Yeah.
I had to show, I said, can I show my husband your picture? And my husband is like, all respect to you, you're my
Mm-hmm.
wife, but she's a beautiful black woman. She's slim. She looks like a model.
Yeah.
But the thing is that she is taking on so much negative subconscious conditioning that she can't see and feel her. There's nothing else for her to do. She's like 5'11", probably not even more than 125 pounds. That's very
Yeah.
model-esque, thin, smooth skin, lives in a great neighborhood, has great parents, like a perfect wife material. But somewhere along the line, she lost the sense of her true self. And this happens a lot. So just imagine compounding just the basic crap women go through, then being a woman of color and comparing yourself to women who don't look like you, who don't sound like you, who don't, dress like you. And then
Yeah.
you're going to have women, black women, who take advantage of this and talk down to you, take advantage of this and make you think that in order for you to have a healthy relationship, you got to be a perfect 10. You got to be a perfect model. You got to look like Halle Berry, Vanessa Williams, and Beyonce and Lupita rolled up into one big man. And it's not true. It's not true. And
Yeah.
it's not true. Like, this is a middle class, drive around to upper middle class neighborhood. We walk busters like mansions on that corner.
Yeah.
That little enclave, what you call it? Enclave or enclave? You know
Cul-de-sac.
what you
Yeah.
call it?
Well, I don't know. Well, what are you talking
When we
about?
walk buster.
We walked Buster quite a few places where.
That little pathway, not too far from here, the long way. And there's like a bunch of houses, like a big houses, and we walked inside.
Oh, it's a cul-de-sac.
A
Yeah.
cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Okay, so that little cul-de-sac around the
Yeah.
corner, and there's a lot of affluent people, and the wives of affluent men don't look like, I don't want to say the P word. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
United Kingdom,
Yeah.
yes. And the wives of affluent men don't look like strippers. They don't look like
Yeah.
escorts, okay? They look pretty basic. Are they put together?
Yeah.
Yes. Do they have a healthy BMI? Yes. But they're not the Sharon Stone, Heather Locklears that a lot of these toxic groups are telling you. They are confident women, they are organized women, and they're connected women, but they're not what they tell you in these superficial groups. And the thing is that they know black women are vulnerable. They know that you have low self-esteem. They know that you are insecure. They know you have trauma and issues and broken homes, and they don't tell you to love yourself, believe in yourself, respect yourself, and they take full advantage of that, and you listen to the crap, and it makes it even harder to have a healthy, like, think about it. They don't talk about healthy relationship. They don't
No.
talk about mental wellness. They don't talk about spirituality. I don't want to go down that other spirituality route that I be seeing. We're not going to talk about it. That's a whole video. But submission is not a toxic thing. In
No.
fact, because there's a phrase that I hate. And I know my husband, I don't know if it's an American phrase.
Go on.
And it's a phrase that says, don't marry a man unless he loves you more. Or a man has to, I know you're not going to like that. Or a man has to love you twice as much
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And I said, where is this coming from? And, oh, this is what mothers say. And I said, well, that's the screw up right there. Your love
One
should.
of my favorite ones is
Oh, God.
Was it, if you can't handle me at my worst, then you don't deserve me at my best. That does make me very
You hate
cringe.
that one. You said that before.
Yeah, it does make me cringe. It's like,
You don't like that one.
no, it's like handle it. It's not about handling. It's just, obviously you do with perfect human beings, but it's
You don't like that one.
no, it just make me cringe, man. It's
If you can't have me at my worst, you can't have me at my best. Like,
Yeah.
like, okay. But like I was saying,
Yeah.
oh, I forgot now. What was I saying? You made me forget. But I was saying, what was I saying before? That
we shouldn't want to present. Yeah.
no, you shouldn't want to present the worst of yourself to anybody. It's
No.
just, hi Carla. You shouldn't want to present the worst of yourself to
No.
anybody. But there's a lot of toxicity out there.
You're basically talking about how you didn't agree with the fact that that
Oh,
you
yeah.
should love you should one
Any
man has to love you
woman-
twice as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, how you
Yeah.
doing? So it's crap, and it's probably the most toxic crap, the most dangerous crap
Very
ever.
dangerous.
And my mother has been married for 45 years. My grandparents before my mother and father on my father's side, which is the most important side, because that's the side that's going to be the leadership legacy side, also married for over 67 years until I think 70 years, and they passed away shortly after. So God rest their souls. But you're supposed to love a man for what he does for you. And a man loves you for what he's willing to do for you.
Yeah.
A man doesn't fall in love with what you give to him. He falls in love by doing for you. That's why if a girl looks like Biggie Small with a wig, and she could have a McLaren, a Pagani, a guy has to feel an attraction to her and a connection to her, physical, sensual, then he could be receptive. But men don't react to physical things and getting things the way women do. It'll never happen. We had that whole Jay-Z with box braids. Just not gonna work. If a girl like Jay-Z with box braids and saying, yo, Jason, come to my condo, Jason go like, oh no, I'm not going over there. So
I don't talk like that.
you talk like that.
No.
You mock my American accent all the time.
Yeah.
And I can't mock yours.
You do it more than I do yours.
Okay. But that's the whole point, is that a man should be earning your love. And
Yeah.
as he earns it, you react to it. If you're falling in love and he ain't doing nothing for you, he's not courting you, he's not wooing you, it's not about not having a healthy exchange of feelings. You just don't know what you're doing. You haven't been courted properly, or you are living in your own fantasy in your head, and you're just finding a guy to put that fantasy on. So because in a healthy relationship, the guy should be treating you well. You fall in love. He's courting you. You fall in love. He provides for you. He protects you. He leads. You fall in love. He takes you out on dates. He pays for those dates. You fall in love. He calls you in the morning. He calls you at night. You fall in love. It's not that the love you're giving to a man is bad. Is that you're loving for ridiculous reasons. Because if he's doing the right things, you're going to react the right way. And it's a healthy reciprocal of even exchange. A man falls in love by doing for you. A woman falls in love by receiving what you do for her. That's why we don't give roses to men. My husband doesn't care, but I got beautiful roses the most gorgeous roses run across on the window. It's absolutely gorgeous, giant English roses. My husband doesn't care for that. But if I, cook him a steak, or if I, give him, a cup of
Mm-hmm.
tea, that's different. That's how we show love. Does it
Yeah.
make so I don't think that women should fear love.
Mm-hmm.
I just think women need to understand what should trigger your feelings. So yeah, yeah, men want to feel that they earned love. Men want to feel pursued
Yeah.
love. Like, what do you think, honey?
Yeah, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, with this sort of the hunting sort of,
You said hunting?
it's the hunting sort of nature of men. I wouldn't, I don't like the idea of a challenge, but we kind of like the idea. Okay, I put in the work.
A healthy
Yeah,
challenge,
healthy
not a
challenge.
toxic
Yeah,
challenge.
yeah. That's probably the best way to put it. Where it's like, okay, I have to wheel her over, pursue her, wine and dine her, and the whole shebang
You did it.
with it. So yeah, it's men do that when we win her over. It's like, yeah, it's kind of a bit of an ego trip for some men. Well, pretty much all of us, but it's okay. We'll let that one slide underneath. But it's. Yeah, I think that's the way sort of men genuinely like to feel like they feel they tend to appreciate it more as well if they feel like they've earned something very virtuous and very good. So yeah,
Aw,
yeah,
that's sweet.
yeah.
But yeah, so there's a lot of unhealthy relationship advice that's thriving on your insecurity, thriving on the fact that you love to be triggered. I had to train myself mentally not to be triggered because there's some people that can't communicate, can't talk, can't engage with black
Mm-hmm.
women unless they're gossiping, dragging somebody, talking down about somebody, unless they are triggering you with issues that are not going to be any additive to your life. And that's just the way they see you as a black woman. You're just
Mm-hmm.
you're a thing of constant drama. I get
Yeah.
very disappointed when I see coaches or social media platforms that can do so much to really truly change the lives of black women. They either triggering you with hate all black men. I am married to a white man. I don't believe in that. That's toxic. That's gross.
Mm-hmm.
That's a mental illness. I love my black father. I love my black brother. I love my husband. But I didn't marry my husband because I hate black men. I married my husband because he's a good man. He's a good Christian. God put us together. God meant for us to be together. We have a mission to do together, and we work. We're doing, and everybody's life have purpose. But I'm just telling you, hating anyone is not going to gain you anything. If you have a challenge with men, if you have an issue with men, you make a personal decision how you want to form a solution and move on. Stop letting women make money off of triggering you, off of getting you angry, off of waiting to see who's fighting with who's beefing with who,
Mm-hmm.
always in other people's business because they don't really have any beauty and harmony and peace to offer you. They're not, I don't
Mm-hmm.
care how big their cheesy smile is. I don't care how perfect their hair, how perfect their nails. I don't care how nice their studio is and how cute they sit in their seat. They are unhappy and they can't share happiness with you or want you to be happy because they're not happy themselves. And start to try to feel energy. Start to try to feel energy. And people in your life, like I've only been out since 2000 May 1st, 2018 in the Laws of Enchantress program. And
Okay.
within that
Yeah.
short time, 36 black women have gotten married. If you don't know where
Mm-hmm.
to find me, I'm trying to put the stuff in. It's the Laws of Enchantress. I'm trying to do it before I sign off. It's the Laws of Enchantress sign up page. You can actually go to the sign up page. Yes, 35, and you can go and talk to these women. I can't stop you.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the stuff on the page. These are real women. Most of them I have now. We're using facts, we're using science, we're using
Mm-hmm.
data, we're using relationship advice. I'm a certified life coach, I'm a
Mm-hmm.
certified law of attraction practitioner, and I've had extensive experience working in bridal as a manager, working with demographics. And the truth is there. It's there. I'm trying to how do I how do I copy? Okay, I have to use this and I'm trying to put it into the YouTube as we're talking. Oh, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there we go. And how do I put it in there? Okay, I'm going to add it as a public comment the actual Facebook page, and it's the Laws of Enchantress sign up page. It's absolutely free, and you can go to announcements. I also have a one-on-one coaching practice, which is called the Laws of Enchantress. I'm booked, but I can try to squeeze you in. I was coaching till late tonight, right, honey?
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Enchantress coaching. If you choose to buy the program, if you choose to buy the program, it is $199. Okay, I will be raising the price shortly, but I haven't got around to making the flyer, so you can take advantage of my laziness there. And please message me. There's some people that I'm trying to see Nefertiri. I become acquainted with a few of those brides in the Facebook group, and they're extreme. Oh, I didn't even know Nefertiri. Yeah, like I said,
Can you press it again for the?
press it again.
Hey,
Hey,
Deanna.
Deanna.
Hello.
I can't. It disappears, my love.
Okay.
It disappears. But yeah, like I said, I made this sign up group so you guys can interact with the bride. So you guys can interact with the people. Because I'll be honest with you, of course I'm running a business, but it's not. Hey,
Hey, highly
you know,
caffeinated.
it's a cute thing. Of course, I'm running a business, but it's with integrity. My clients get results. My clients get healing. I even have my entrepreneurship program where I teach Black women how to make passive income, how to have successful online businesses, how to turn around and get money really quick. I am not coaching you to be a billionaire, a millionaire, because I am not one, but how to make money and get yourself out of a pinch, because we've all been in pinches. So I've actually, in the comment section, I put my coaching page there. The best thing to do is find me on Facebook. I am Connie Loren Comer because I got married. I'll be changing my last name to Comer. So I'll actually put my Facebook page and message me there if you want to buy the program. I say message me, please, because some people get upset when they pay for the program and it takes me a month to find them. Yeah, if you leave that you paid for the program in the Facebook comment, I mean, in a YouTube comment, I'm like, oh, that's who that was. I'm like, uh-oh, that's like that. It took me a long time. So yeah, like the page is there. There's tons. I've had 36 brides. I've had moms get married. And when I say married, what I want every Black woman to understand, I push traditionalism. It means all the women who get married become housewives,
Yeah.
become domestic goddesses. You're able to stay home, rest in your feminine, take care of your husband, run your household, take care of your children. A lot of single mothers use the program too and get married. It's not about 50-50. It's not about finding anybody, because you don't want to get married just for the sake of getting married.
No.
So we don't teach that. Okay? We don't teach that. I would not want you to get married for the sake of getting married, because marriage is not the goal. A happy, healthy household is the goal. A happy husband, happy wife,
Yeah, that's true.
healthy children,
Yep.
prosperity is the goal. So you got to do things the right way. You can't take
Yeah.
a shortcut.
No.
So, anything to add, my love?
No, not really. It's
You good?
yeah, I'm good. Yeah, it's been a very good talk.
You good talk? You enjoyed it?
Yeah.
He was like, I want to go on. I want to go on. He even put the background up for me. How sweet is my husband? But okay,
Yeah.
so if you have any questions, it's like 3 a.m. for us. He's off. He's pampering me, taking care of me. But I wanted to come on and do this because I went into my YouTube and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have way too many messages. So again, I'm still doing business coaching. Again, that is for short-term entrepreneurships, starting your own business, how to run your business, getting into medical sales. A couple of girls coach with me to get into real estate. So that's how my page started, Hashes But Economics. And I truly believe in economic freedom for Black women, because so many of us are doing extreme things. They tell you not to work, and work is masculine, but they tell you to have sex with men for money. I don't understand how that that works. So thank you guys for joining me. You can find me, Kanye Loren Comer. You can find me on Laws of Enchantress sign up page. If you have any questions, please message me. Thank you guys for following me. If you're a new listener, please like and subscribe and share this video. God bless you and have a great night.
God bless, guys. Have a good weekend. Stay warm.
I love you, honey.
Stay cool wherever, if you're in sunnier parts. I don't know where you are now, but
Well, it
take
could be
care.
United Kingdom too.
Yeah, well, it's been snowing today, so it's it's been quite cold. It's 27 Fahrenheit for you guys out there. I know it's probably mostly an American audience, so
It's cold in America too.
Yeah,
If you're not
so
on the
it's
West
cold.
Coast or down south.
yeah.
But I heard Texas was cold too.
I
Somebody
don't-
told me it was like 40
Yeah.
40 degrees
If
in
you
Texas.
if
I'm
you
like,
live in the Panhandle, yeah, Texas, yeah, it
oh,
can
I
get
don't
quite
thought.
cold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it could be that part, but yeah. So, God bless you guys. Have a great night, and we'll catch you all later. And mwah.
Love you too. Oh.
Okay.
Okay, bye bye, guys.
Bye.